total quality management deployment in the organization. So this TQM, so it is a very challenging work. One person can manage, because in today's technological advanced world, what you can do, one person in a position to operate 100 CNC machines together, one person. If you look at many of the automation plants, the entire plant is being managed by hardly 5 or 7 or 10 people, not like thousands of people. So it is possible. But managing 10 different people is difficult, because they have different kind of culture, different education, different background, different thinking, different kind of philosophy, different kind of response, different kind of reactions. So this is very different. So that is why when you talk about the total quality management, the deployment of the total quality management is mostly the people centric. It's the people who will organize the system. It's the people who will build the system. It's the people who will follow the system. It's the people who will improve the system. So the people is more focused. It's a people-centric management philosophy. It's the people who will bring transformation in the organization. Who will bring the will maintain the transparency in the organization. That is why total quality management means the people must be aligned. People must be trained. They must be aware. They must be educated regarding a total quality management culture in an organization. It focuses primarily on total satisfaction of both internal and external customers. Yes, when you say the customer, yeah, very interesting thing. Now it is coming internal. Usually we are under the feelings that customer means somebody who remains outside the organization, willing to pay the product or the service and buy it. He is the person staying outside. But here another thing we are seeing, that is internal customer, means there is what is a quality? Quality is a series of a subset of the value system, different sets. Like suppose X is the output, then X1, X2, X3, X4, like Xn, different activities, different processes are there interlinked for getting certain outputs. So the value addition at every step, X1 to Xn, if every step is being taken care, then only we can find the X is a qualitative factor. So X1, X2, X3, all these different processes, different activities is done by somebody. That is a process owner. This particular one process owner is a customer to the next process owner. So they are called internal customers. Like when you look at a chain, what is happening? The different number of hooks, they are bind up each other. So each hook is having its important role to hold it tightly when there is some amount of stress is being applied, when it's being stressed, so that they don't break. The whole chain remains strong. Similarly, in an organization process, at every process level, so at every one particular process, output will be the input to the another process, second process. Similarly, second process output can be an input to the third process. Third process output can be an input to the fourth process. So everywhere, the process owner at every process, that automatically the care should be taken. So there should not be any kind of a defect. There should not be any kind of lapses. It should be managed well. So subsequent process owner is the internal customer to its previous process. Right? Hope this is clear. Internal customer means the people inside the organization who is the input of somebody's becomes output of somebody. When it becomes input to somebody, then next process owner is the customer to the previous process owner. In that way, internal customer, this management system takes at a very micro level. It's not only the external customer, internal customer. Suppose there is an operation you are doing, mechanical engineering guys, suppose there is an operation is metal cutting. After once the material is cut, then it will go to the turning section. From turning section, it will go to milling section. From milling, it will be the grinding section. From grinding, it will go to the vacuum treatment section. So what is happening? The material cutting section, the turning section process owner is the internal customer to the material cutting section. Similarly, milling machine process owner becomes an internal customer to the turning process owner. So everyone, the material cutting, turning, milling, grinding, vacuuming, everybody takes care. They consider, oh, next process owner is my customer. Let me take care. So nothing goes wrong here. In that case, if things are managed, then this becomes, there will be no defect, or we can lead into the zero defect mission. That is called internal. So more emphasis in TQM deployment is internal customer. If internal customer is satisfied, automatically it will reflect on the satisfaction index of the external customers, right? So TQM is necessary, it is a journey, not a destination. When we talk about the quality management philosophy, the deployment in organization, it's not an absolute. ऐसा नहीं हम एक एग्जाम दे दिया, पास कर दिया, फेल हो गया, suppose we have passed or failed and that's the end of the thing, over. Audit हो गया, certificate मिल गया, it's not like that. It is a continuous improvement process, it is a journey. Maybe nobody can achieve excellence in one day. Even though you achieve zero defect, it cannot be sustainable for the whole of the period. So you have to keep on striving, putting effort, tightening your system, and educating the people, building, strengthening your system. Then only you can achieve all the things consistently. So that is what it is, a journey. It is not a destination. It's not once we have done, okay, we achieved excellence. That doesn't mean the task ends over there. It is a beginning. So you have to maintain it, you have to improve it, you have to sustain it. So this is not a destination, it's a journey, right? So TQM is the management of the quality, totality, and fully in all the respects, small areas and all activities of the organization, right from the top to bottom. TQM successfully, if the top management is involved, is a very important thing. Any quality management system deployment, it is whose responsibility? It is the responsibility of every individual in the organization. But it is whose commitment? The commitment of the top management. If the top management is not committed, then nothing can happen. No system can be deployed. No organization can be managed. So top management plays the pivotal role, very important role in deploying a quality management system in an organization. Why? Because top management, if he commits, he will drive the system, he will delegate the responsibilities, authorities, make available the resources, and he is the person who will command the quality management culture and system in the organization. So commitment of the top management, many of the organizations, they fail miserably due to the lack of commitment of the top management. One is with the top management, it could be the individual, the chairman or managing director or vice chancellor, head of the chief of the organization, chief executive of the organization, also the top management board, the people, those who are associated with him, the governing the organization, managing the organization, those who are designing or deriving, making the organization vision, mission, and philosophy. So top management commitment is very important for deployment of the TQM. TQM is necessary, it is a journey, not a destination, repetition. There are certain important parameters, like what we call say that is the pillars of the TQM. What is important? Pillar number one, satisfying the customer. Ultimately, deployment of the total quality management system or quality management system in an organization having certain parameters, certain pillars, certain key factors to be considered. Like one is satisfying the customer. Ultimately, the objective is to the customer should be satisfied. Now in your college, the GIT university, who are the customers? The customers in your kind of thing, like primary customer is the students. Secondary customer is their parents. Then employer, recruiter is also customer. Society is a customer. Government is a customer. Government experts, society experts. As a GIT, as a university should produce good quality of the talented, educated people in the organization, those who can afford. Otherwise, then that is not, they have no choice. So that is why it is satisfying the customers. Next is that there should be a next pillar is the system or process. The organization must be system oriented or process oriented approach. Because unless there is a system, unless there is a process, system, developing a system in the organization is like a building block of the quality management within this system. So it is a defect-free or the defect-free products. The more robust of the process, the less will be the possibility of the defect occurring. So the process of the organization, system of the organization must be more robust, more systematic, so that there will be less defect occur in the organization. Next pillar number 3 or point number 3 is the people. As we discussed, people is always focused, always centralized for any management system deployment, any building any kind of organizational culture, or adhering to any kind of management philosophy or a kind of system or practices. That's the people are the most important asset of the organization. No organization can succeed without the wholehearted involvement of the people in the various aspects of the organization. It's because people are the most important. If the people are motivated, if the team is motivated, the organization can achieve excellence in all its objectives, goals, and the targets. Absolutely no doubt it. So people are more important. They play a very important role. So they are the pillar number 3. Pillar number 4, improvement tools. It's not only, it is not one-time task. It is all-time task. We have to keep on improving. There exists always a potential for the improvement. Nothing is called best. In a quality management philosophy, in the language, nothing is called best. There is always scope for the better. There is always scope for the improvement. So better is a better word than the best in the quality management system. Nobody can say, yes, I am the best. That there is definitely scope for improvement. You have to identify where is the scope and opportunity lies for the improvement. First identify and address. So there exists always a potential for the improvement. There are 4 important C's for the TQM. We discussed about the 4 important pillars. Now we talk about 4 important C. C for commitment. I'm talking all employees. It's not only top management. Everybody, every individual should be committed to their respective jobs, responsibilities. Competence. The employees must be trained, must be skilled, must be competent for their respective jobs. If they do not have the knowledge and the skill to deliver that particular job, it is obvious they can't produce a defect-free product or the service, which will lead to the customer satisfaction. So communication, there must be a transparent communication, open and free communication. People should communicate one end to the other, either it is horizontally or the vertically. There should be a flow of communication across the organization. Continuous improvement. All employees should be involved in continual improvement of the process used in the organization. Whatever method we are adopting today, we must do better by tomorrow. We must do still better by day after tomorrow. If continual improvement is a permanent objective, permanent assignment, you must think, identify what is the scope and opportunity for the improvement. Once you identify and take action and improve, then the continual improvement journey starts. You will be able to sustain, you will be able to maintain the quality management system in your organization. So these are the 4 C's, like commitment, competence, communication, and the continuous improvement. Evaluation of quality management, it came like stages of quality, like organization quality, means organizational strategy and the various operational systems, that whether the organization is doing the right thing or not, it is at the organizational level. Process quality means it's a process centric. The quality of the inputs and outputs and the interfunctional activities that ensures good and services produced to meet customer requirements. Individual quality, the performance of every activity in the organization. There is a PDCA, plan, do, check, and act. It is a problem-solving tool, problem-solving technique. Any problem, it has to be defined first. Once, if you want to solve any problem or you want to achieve any kind of activities, that you want to do some activities, PDCA, it is known as PDCA cycle. It is done by Edward Deming, one of the quality management guru, who was the inventor of this PDCA cycle. PDCA means, P means plan. Understand the problem. What is the problem? Or what is the objective? What is the target? It's not only, it could be used as a problem solving tool, it could be used as an improvement tool, right? So is the problem statement clear? First you plan. Whatever you want to do, whether it is clearly understood, it is objective is clear to you. Have the systematic root causes? Have you identified now if it is a problem solving tool, then you have to make a systematic root cause analysis. Any problem is there, what is the root cause of this problem? Once you are in a position to identify the root cause of the problem, then you will take the strategic action for implementing the action. If it is a deployment of the policy, if it is launching of the scheme, launching of the program, launching of the activity, then what you have to do, instead of finding the root cause, you will make a preventive risk assessment. Proactive find what could be the probable risk during the execution of this work or activities, while carry forwarding these activities, then how I am going to plan to mitigate those risks. Then once you have planned, P is over, then do, execute. Once you have done, then check whatever it was per the planning, whatever is done, it has been checked or not. If it is okay, if it is correct, then what is the next improvement? Then standardize this procedure, sustain and take action for the improvement. Act means improvement, standardize and improve. If while checking we find no, there is something lapses, whatever you plan, the things while it has been executed is not matching to the plan, is not as per the plan. That means again replan, redo, recheck. Once you confirm here at this checkpoint, whatever plan it is achieved, then you standardize and take the action for the improvement. PDCA, plan, do, check, act. What is it called? It is called Deming cycle. Somebody may in interview may ask you, have you heard of this PDCA? You must be in a position to tell what is PDCA and what is important this, how this helps to solve the problems as a tool, how how it is used as improvement tool in our management philosophy or management activities. So as you know, you must be very much familiar about the ISO 9000. ISO 9000 means it is a quality management standard. It is deployed in many organizations, universities, educational institutions, manufacturing service organizations. So latest standard, the latest revised standard is ISO 9000 and 2015 is in use. It is an international organization for standardization, a generic standard accepted globally. It speaks about the quality management system. ISO 9000 is a part of the total quality management. It remains inside the belly of the total, under the umbrella of the total quality management, right? It speaks about the quality management system. The standard started in the year 1987. Initial member there was 87 organizations. Now more than 130 countries are the member of the ISO. So revision takes every standard published, it gets revised between 5 years, 5 to 7 years. 5 years the duration of the standard, 5 years. Then there's every technical committee, like for this ISO 9001 2015, there's a technical committee TC 176. This technical committee represents the members of the different countries. ISO headquarters is at Geneva, and there is a ISO, under the ISO body, there are under the different technical committees, there are different national body representatives. Like India, the Bureau of Indian Standard is a TC member of ISO. Like, so as you know, Bureau of Indian Standard, BIS, it is where the product, it is a product setting standard. The confusion may come, here the question may come, what is the difference between ISO and BIS or ISI? ISI, it was earlier known as Indian Standard Institution. This got changed in the year 92, became BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard. Whatever, the product's registration is given as ISI mark. Means, suppose you are manufacturing a table fan. If they're manufacturing a table fan, what are the key quality characteristics of the fan? Into the motor, into the capacitor, the blade, the body, everything. And what is the material? There is a specification given in the standard. And this particular, when anybody is manufacturing, he has to follow that particular standard, meet the compliance. It will be verified by the BIS officials. If his conformity is assessed, he is meeting consistently, then this product will be given as ISI number so and so. Like you are taking the biscuits, some of the food products, you can see that some ISI mark. Means for that particular product, there is some ISI product specifications. The manufacturer has adhered to that particular specification. It has been tested. It has been certified. Then this has been got this ISI registration. ISI registration, Indian Standard Institution registration mark, given by the Bureau of Indian Standard, whose head office is in Delhi. They have the regional office at different places. It's a product-centric standard. It only conforms to the product conformity. Does not speak about the whole of the organization. But ISO, International Organization for Standardization, ISO 9000 is a quality management standard for the organization. It talks about the set of systems, set of processes, set of activities. The entire organization is not only the process. So process quality conformance is a part of the entire organization process system. ISI registration is a part of the quality conformance requirement of the ISO. Right? ISI is a different. ISI is a product-centric specification standardization. ISO is the organization specific. Entire all the processes, all the systems, all the activities, right? The HR, production, planning, maintenance, QA, purchase, supplier, customer, everything, all the statutory, regulatory requirements, everything is being taken care of by ISO. So the present latest revised standard is ISO 9000 2015. quality man standard which is enforced. It is likely to change maybe within a 2 year to already 15 to 22 year already exited. And now we are in the year 2022. Already, I think ISO has taken the constitutive committee. Maybe it will take another 1-2 years for the getting the standard revised. But ISO 9000 is the mother standard. There is a Kano medal. When you talk about quality management, Dr. Kano is a Japanese quality management guru. He has made, this is the model. Of course, I have the opportunity while I was in Japan. He was the program director for the program. I had gone there. I had the opportunity to meet him. Dr. Kano has made, he finds the customer requirements in a three important aspect, three segment. One is the any product or service must have the basic performance. Like it must be required to expected quality, stated quality, implied quality. Stated means the quality defined, implied means expected. Self-evident, not expressed, but obvious. The basic performance. Then that is a performance quality. The dimension requirement, it should meet the requirements. Whatever you are planning, it should do excel. It should be articulate, specified, measurable, technical. It could be basic performance, basic, and there is a performance. It should do fairly good in its while it is being used. Then there is an excitement features or the delight, basic performance and delight. The customer should get something which is he has never expected, but he is getting still more than the product or service. So the customer is more delighted. As I mentioned you, the customer, when the performance of the particular product or the delivery of the service to the particular regarding the characteristics or the different kind of service parameters which is meeting to the customer requirement must be higher than his expectations. P must be higher than the expectation so that the customer is delighted. That means that is not specified, not expected, but customer is getting, right? Many times we find, suppose mobile phone you are using. What is basic requirement? Okay, these are the basic requirement, but there is some additional features. You are able to communicate, you are able to do some voice recognition, you are able to do kind of some other activities intelligently, you use it, you are able to have some kind of a speech recognition activity, some kind of things. Anything which is not part of things not expected is expected. We should be in a position to make the videos, WhatsApps, phone calls. I should be able to access the Facebook. I should be able to connect to the net. I should be able to use for the mail. Okay, these are certain purposes. But in addition to that, any other performance output, performance features, which customer is not expecting, but when he finds a telephone, oh, this mobile is having this kind of exciting feature. This is which is not available usually in other telephone. He becomes more delighted. So he will be attracted towards that particular product, right? So that is about the basic performance and delight. These are three steps of the need. So quality, cost, and delivery for a customer. What do you mean by the quality? Means it is the quality should be good, product performance should be good, cost should be competitive, delivery it should be available to him. To the organization, what is needed? Organization needs goodwill. All people should tell good about the organization, what is the institution, university, company, or anybody, in country or anything. People should have a confidence. They should have goodwill. They should feel, oh, this person is good. They should reliability. They should feel good about your organization. They should feel good about your product when they think about this. That should be the kind, they should sit in their mind. They should be always in their mind. They should be in their memory. So goodwill. They should respect you. They should like you. They should love your product or service. I love your organization. Yeah, this organization is very good. Good reputation, credibility. That comes to the quality of the product or service. Without quality, there is no goodwill. Without quality, there is no customer satisfaction. When you make a good quality of education, when you make a good quality of the product or service, automatically the customer goes in words of mouths. People will start talking. You need not to advertise it. You need not to publish it. People will start, oh, this university is excellent university. What a very good placement, very good education, very good entrepreneurship promotional environment. That is called reputation, goodwill. Profit, of course, any organization has to compete and profit. Unless the profit, organization can grow, organization cannot sustain. Safety, the activities taken in the organization, the people inside the organization should feel safe. And the organization is not detrimental to the society. They are not doing any kind of harm to the society. So these are the organization perspective. So putting quality first. Quality is the first. Many a time people say, "Arey, quality kya hai? Production ka pradhan dijiye." It's not like that. Quality is always in the top priority. If you can see here, there are two words, two alphabets. One is big Q, other is small q. Big Q means quality achievement. Performance of the quality is higher, much higher. Where the controls are less. Means process is well streamlined with minimum control, maximum quality. It is a desirable stage. But here when you look at the small q, means this is the achievement, means maximum control, minimum quality. Right? So what is a desirable situation? There should be minimum control, maximum quality output. That should be the organization culture and practice. The positive views about the quality, yes, we are talking about the big Q. The quality is the only thing an organization needs to do. Quality first, yes, of course. Putting quality first sustains delivery of the business results. Yes, if you are talking about BQ, the companies have little choice other than to get the quality right. Ford made quality job. This is called reputation good. These are kind of positive feelings, positive thinking about the good quality product. Negative views. People, safety comes past. अरे quality का बात छोड़ो. Safety है बहुत जरूरी है. Many organizations, people come with this kind of arguments. Quality has never been fast. Quality cannot be the fast. Quality is ठीक है. It will automatically taken care. पहले ये चीज करो. Environment ठीक करो. Safety ठीक करो. There is always fight between the quality and the safety. Safety like egg and chicken. Whether egg is fast or chicken is fast. So putting quality first is conceptually flawed. People say, "अरे putting," so it is a negative use. People those are of the negative attitude. अरे नहीं यार quality वाली क्या बात करता है? Automatic हो जाएगा यार. अच्छा आदमी रहेगा, अच्छा काम करेगा, अच्छा machine आएगा, अच्छा material आएगा तो quality बनेगा. क्या quality always fast? The people comes with a different kind of attitude and mindset. These are kind of negative use. Putting quality fast could be damaging. Many people are this kind of impressions. Neither come fast. There has to be balance. कुछ लोग हैं जो बोलते हैं अरे नहीं वो fast class में नहीं, there must be quality and safety, and quality and other aspects should be balanced. Quality, profitability, quality, safety must be balanced. ऐसा नहीं कि quality की बात करो. So these are the different kind of the views of the different people. The resultant of the issues, quality and the profit, is the quality is the big Q for the system approach. Quality first, balancing the priorities. Quality management is a principle. It has got different principles like customer focused organization. Quality management deployment in the organization must be customer focused. ISO 9000 quality management standard and total quality management has these principles, 8 principles. Then customer focused. Leadership. Leaders establish unit of purpose. Organization needs leadership. Without leadership, the quality management system cannot be designed, cannot be established. Leadership at what level? At the organization level, top management leadership, middle management leadership, and lower management leadership. So leadership is an important aspect of the quality management deployment. Principle 3, involvement of the people. All people must be involved. All people must be engaged. All people must be part of the organization system. Then only things will happen. Principle 4, process approach. A desired result is achieved more efficiently when related resources and activities are managed. So whenever any resource or material is created, it has to be approached, it has to be managed effectively. Principle 5, system approach to the management. There must be a system. There must be process orientation. There must be system orientation. What is system approach? Identifying, understanding, and managing a system of interrelated processes. Means one process and the next linked process. Each process, interaction, mapping, interrelation has to be identified and should be done properly. Principle 6, continual improvement. There must be continual improvement in the organization. Any business we are doing, any process doing, this must be improved. Nothing is called best. Principle 7, factual approach to decision making. Any decision we are taking in the organization must be based upon facts, evidences, information. It should not biased. किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, क्लास में 50 लोगों का एग्जाम हुआ था, इसमें 20 लोग फेल हुए, 30 लोग ओनली पास किए. One such decision, there must be root cause analysis. Why these 20 people failed? What were the issues? Was the problem with the infrastructure? Was the problem with the environment? Was the problem with the students? Was the problem with the other condition? Was the problem with the faculty or institution? Once you identify the root cause, the fact, information, data, evidence, then one should take decision. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो 20 लोग फेल हो गए चलो फैकल्टी को सस्पेंड कर दो. It's not like that. Any decision in an organization, quality management organization, decision should be taken based upon the fact, information, data, and the root cause of the problem has to be analyzed and it should be addressed accordingly. Principle 8, mutually beneficial supply relationship. Quality management principle 8 says that the mutually beneficial supply relationship, an organization and its supplier, both customer and suppliers are the two important wheels of an organization. So the organization should always equally be concerned about the benefit of the suppliers. If supplier is not happy, he will not give you the good quality material, he will not give the product, he will not give his service in time, then also it will affect your quality of the product, right? So now we talk about this is about in brief about the quality management system. Now we talk about the Lean Six Sigma. This is another management philosophy. This Lean manufacturing and Six Sigma, the people, those who are getting certified with Lean Six Sigma training, and this is a survey of that, they are getting much higher salary than the people without Lean Six Sigma competency. Why? Because Lean Six Sigma, when you get qualified, when you develop this competency, you go to the organization. What is that? What is Lean Six Sigma? Lean Six Sigma means it will look at the process improvement approach methodology. It will be doing some value addition to the organization. It will focus on the projects which will minimize the wastages, minimize the cost, and increase the profitability. It is based upon certain statistical tools and techniques. That is why Lean Six Sigma, green belt, there are different kind of qualifications like yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master black belt. The people, those who are qualified in different Lean Six Sigma certification process, when they go to the industry will put the red carpet to welcome them. Because any organization wants what is the people? A person who is competent with the work, a person who will add the value to the organization, a person who will increase the profitability and growth without compromising the quality of the product, a person who will minimize the cost and expenses in the organization. All these things are part of the Lean Six Sigma methodology. So somebody who is having the expert certification, who has hands-on skill, naturally, if I am joining suppose X organization, and today because the Lean Six Sigma competency, Lean Six Sigma knowledge and skill, I am in a position to do the value addition. Definitely, as a person, X person who is having Lean competency, he will be preferable person better than the other persons. Number one. Number two, he is because this person is going to add more value. He is going to get more profit. He is going to reduce the cost. He is going to reduce the expenses. He can save 2 crores rupees for the organization. Then in that case, organization, the top management will not mind to pay him some 20% higher salary extra. Suppose 2 crore rupees somebody is saving, organization will not mind to pay him 20 lakhs rupees extra. So in that way, organization always prefer to hire these kind of experts, having the knowledge and skill and competence. That is why we are conducting, this is very much essential. The people, the engineers and managers, those are joining different public sector, corporate organizations, MNCs, they must have the Lean Six Sigma. Many of the organizations, it is a compulsory. If you want to get promoted to the next level, then you have to be Lean Six Sigma green belt certified or black belt certified. Why it is? Because once you develop this competency, you will contribute for the development or the growth of the organization or adding value to the organization, right? That is what the Lean Six Sigma magic. Then there is 2 words. One is Lean, one other is Six Sigma. Lean means thin, eliminating the waste or shorten the cycle time. Whatever the products we are manufacturing, the process we are deploying for the manufacturing of the products and services, we should identify, determine what kind of wastes are there. Many a times, people, if you look at the surface level, we are not in a position to visualize the kind of n number of waste which is involved in the product or the service, which ultimately adds cost to the product. Does not add value. Instead of adding value, it adds cost to the product. So that product becomes more costlier. We are not in a position to compete in the market. So Lean methodology or Lean philosophy is that which speaks about identify different types of wastes. What are those wastes? Waste could be time managed time. It is taking longer time in the cycle, minimize it. It could be the downtime, the machine is going back down, so that production is hampered. It could be the inventory management. You are becoming the higher inventory, what rather the requirement, unless the money is blocked in the store. So likewise, you have to take some of there are certain Lean parameters. Based upon the parameter, you have to identify defects. If more number of defects, it will cost. like more defects, more rework, rectification. These are the factors leading to the customer dissatisfaction. These are factors responsible for making a product costlier. So by lean methodology, we have to make the process thin, we have to make the process streamlined. So that how? By eliminating the waste from this process. So that the process will be more efficient and more effective to deliver the result. Six Sigma is another philosophy which is statistically you will focus on the variation in the process, right? Lean is eliminating the waste. Six Sigma will focus on the process variation. It's a process control mechanism, process control technique. It will improve the process capability. So when both the Lean Six Sigma gets married, they combinedly adapted to organization, it becomes an excellent management tool for achieving organizational excellence, for exceeding customer satisfaction. One way we are making the product more competitive, good quality, minimizing the waste, so that by adopting lean methodology, otherwise we are looking at the process, product realization process. We don't allow any process capability, any process variation, and building high process capability. So process efficiency is high, process effectiveness is high. It is obvious that on totality, we find a very good project and we march toward the zero defects, right? And it's a consistency, and you have to keep on improving on this. So lean focus on what is the value to the customer. Lean means it will focus on what is added value to the customer. There are different wastes like storage. These are the different type of wastes in the production process. In Japanese word, it's called muda. Muda means waste. So what are these wastes? Storage, transportation, waiting, motion, process, defects, overproduction. These are the different type of wastes. These wastes are any process planner, a Lean Six Sigma expert will identify what are these wastes, whether there is any scope for improvement of this storage, or to minimize these wastes. So first of all, you have to identify where this kind of waste is there. Once identify, quantify what is the quantity of the waste. Once you quantify, then you will take the action how to minimize, how to make it completely removed, eliminate from the process, how to bring it down zero waste, or it will eliminate the waste, so that the process will be more efficient. So lean manufacturing, eliminating the waste, types of waste, as you mentioned, the rework, motion, the overproduction, transportation, inventory, overprocessing, waiting. This is very easy to remember. T mode, T for transportation, I for inventory, M for motion, W for waiting, O for overproduction, O for overprocessing, and defect. These are the different waste. These waste to be identified, quantified, and eliminated in the process in order to make the process more efficient and effective. So the product, whatever we manufacture, will be cost competitive, good quality, leading customer satisfaction, and also we having good higher profitability in the growth of the organization. Right? So lean, there are different lean manufacturing tools. What are those? 5S, housekeeping, good housekeeping. 5S means Japanese management tool. It is housekeeping. Value stream mapping, standardized work, load labeling, Kaizen, Kanban, visual workshop, quick changeover, Andon, Pokayok, one piece flow, cellular manufacturing. These are the different tools and techniques inside the umbrella of the lean manufacturing. And these things could be studied in detail when you undergo any kind of extensive training program on lean manufacturing, TQM Lean Six Sigma, or Lean Six Sigma Green Belt or Black Belt, because this will take quite a long time to describe or explain all these parameters. 5S, let me tell you, it is a very important and very familiar tool all over the world, and you must know what is 5S, because anybody may ask you, okay, do you know anything of 5S? You must say yes. Not much about the lean, at least 5S little extent you should know. There are 5 different S names. S is sort, means organization. Second S is the set in order. Orderless, things fast about sorting. Identify your necessary and unnecessary items. Sorting. Next is setting. Set in order. Find a place for everything. Put the things in the right place. Signing. Clean. Looking for the ways to keep it clean. Clean the things so that everything is being neat and clean. Standardize. Whenever the process you are making, the process should be standardized. Everybody should adopt the same practices in an organization. Fifth S is sustainable or systematized. Anything you are making, 7S and 5S is sustainable or systemized. This should be systematic, This should be self-discipline. It should be sustained. People should practice at their own. So these are the 5 A's are the mantra of any organization excellence. It is a very good, powerful tool used worldwide in all production and service organization. It is a Japanese management philosophy: sorting, setting, signing, standardization, and self-discipline or sustainability. This is the known as 5 A's. Maybe if time permits, sometime later on we can conduct exclusively a program on 5 A's or the lean, but it will be a program of the longer duration. We are conducting sometimes some programs also will communicate to you. You may also, if you like, you can join some of the programs to acquire more knowledge. So Six Sigma, now we have understood in briefly about what is quality management, what is TQM, what is the ISO 9000, then what is a lean manufacturing. Then we talk about the Six Sigma. Six Sigma, an overview, different opinions on the definition of Six Sigma. Six Sigma, people say it is a philosophy. Six Sigma is a set of tools. Six Sigma is a methodology. Six Sigma is a measure. Six Sigma is a metric. Six Sigma is a structure. So what is Six Sigma? In narrow sense, a metric based on statistical measure called standard deviation. That is called standard deviation. What is that? A metric based on statistical measure called standard deviation. That you all know, standard deviation. This is a symbol. In a broader sense, world-class quality, providing a better product or service faster and at a lower cost than our competitors. If you adopt the Six Sigma, you will find world-class quality which will be better, faster and cheaper and than your competitors. That is the Six Sigma philosophy. Six Sigma tool or the output of the Six Sigma tools or methodology. The variation is the enemy of the customer satisfaction. But you know, any product, variation in its dimension, in its performance, in its service, any kind of deficiencies in the product or service that leads to customer dissatisfaction. The variation should be controlled. It should minimize to zero. So it focuses on process variation. It talks about the process capability so that there will be zero variation in the process itself. That is what the objective of the Six Sigma. So Six Sigma is a business management strategy from the TQM body of the knowledge. It is a systematic approach to achieve quantum process improvement by rigorous pursuit of the defect reduction. What it will do? It will reduce the defect. So old belief, what was that I was talking, high quality, high price. There is a lot of research also going on. People are doing they have done a lot of research. Higher the quality, lesser is the price. This is some of the models extracted. That is not true. This is a myth. Higher quality, low cost. This is what the Six Sigma philosophy, a good business management philosophy, a good quality management philosophy. If somebody asks you, yes, okay, now we are talking about the quality. What do you mean? Suppose the quality increases or the price will increases. You have to state for no, sir. There's a lot of management tools and techniques. If you adopt, the quality increases, cost reduces. Or without increasing the increase of the cost, the quality can be increased. So these are the quality increases, cost increases. These are the old beliefs. Now new belief, higher quality, lower cost. Both internal and external customer cost will be this. Prevention, appraisal cost. These are like prevention cost, appraisal cost. All these things will be minimized. And so that your product will be defect free. Product will be of high quality. It will lead to the high satisfaction, ideal satisfaction of the customer. So Six Sigma, quality, eliminate defects, reduce variation, that we have been talking. Lean is the speed, agility, flow, emphasis maximization of the process velocity, provides tools for the analyzing process flow and delay times at each activity in the process, removes waste and non-value added steps. This we have already discussed. So let's talk a little more about the lean management. Either it is called, never we get confused, the lean manufacturing or the lean management is the same. There is no two different terminology. Lean manufacturing is more we are talking, it is manufacturing process centric. When you say the lean management, it is more open. Lean methodology can be management of the lean, can be in HR practices. Lean can be in production, lean can be QE, lean can be in inventory. So it's not only manufacturing, lean also management. So lean manufacturing is part of the lean management, doesn't matter. So when you say the lean management with respect to the manufacturing, that means it is lean manufacturing. Lean management techniques adhered or adapted to the manufacturing processes. So lean management is a broader sense, applicable to all scopes, all aspects of any organization, not only the manufacturing. So lean management is a systematic approach to reduce waste and streamline the operations. Lean management focuses on the efficient operation of the entire value chain. It is a systematic methodology for creating value by removing waste and slashing response time. Waste is anything other than the minimum amount of the material, parts, space, equipment, people, time, etc., which are absolutely essential towards adding value to the product. Very important to understand the waste. Waste is anything other than the minimum amount of materials, parts, space, equipment, people, time, which are absolutely essential towards adding value to the product. उठे product के लिए जो if you are not to add the value, whatever the minimum amount of material, people, equipment, resource required, that is must to be there. Anything beyond that, which is not adding value to the product, is considered as waste, right? So what is waste? Waste means non-value adding product, non-value adding attributes. Now Six Sigma approach helps to make large improvements quickly. It's breakthrough improvement. Six Sigma means not a small improvement. Quality management, there could be small improvements, continual improvement. Today the defect is 5%, it will reduce to 4.5%, maybe reduce to 4%. But when Six Sigma process variation approach there should be a breakthrough improvement. With minor improvement, Six Sigma does not play the role. It is a powerful tool. It is a bullet train, tool like bullet train. It should ensure that sufficient breakthrough improvement. Okay, 5% variation will come, defects will come down to 1%, 0.5%, then Six Sigma. Because the degree of perfection is 99.9997% of the perfection, right? So it needs a breakthrough that I will be discussing. Traditional organization measure the defects levels in the percentage. Six Sigma process measures defect level DPMO, that means defects per million of opportunities. This can be talked in details sometime later in an exhaustive session. Six Sigma and re-engineering. Six Sigma is the most powerful management tool ever devised, promising increased market share, cost reduction, dramatic improvement in productivity and profitability, and moreover over the customer. So Six Sigma, what is that? Anything? It is called work culture. Six Sigma is a work culture, like TQM is a work culture. 5S is a work culture. So Six Sigma is a work culture has become a proven methodology and strategy initiated by world-class organizations like Motorola. Yes, please. By world-class organizations like Motorola, GE, Honeywell, Polaroid, Wipro, Dabawala of Mumbai, and many more realized breakthrough improvement benefits through the Six Sigma. Six Sigma and re-engineering. Once you apply the Six Sigma, then you can do also re-engineering to reorient your process to minimize the process variation. So Six Sigma is applicable in many of the organizations for the breakthrough improvement. These are few of the examples in both manufacturing and service. In IT sector, production sector, educational institutions, also.
Excuse me, sir. Actually, there is some problem in projector. So.
Are you not in a position to see the screen, sir?
No. Some here some internal problem is going on.
Please. So I will just finish with quickly. Maybe
okay, sir. We can finish, sir.
So what is Six Sigma? Let's understand Sigma. First is Sigma. It's a statistical concept that represents how much variation there is in a process related to the customer specification. Right? Sigma is a standard deviation. It's a statistical concept that represents how much variation there is in process related to the customer specification. Sigma value is based on the defects per million opportunity. How many defects per million opportunities? When you talk in the percentage, okay, when you are saying, okay, 99% is correct, oh, we become very happy. But truly, Six Sigma will still broader it, still magnify it, and open up, yes, what percentage of defect is. 99% is not okay, right? So, it is called defects per million opportunity. Six Sigma value is 3.4 defects per million opportunities. 1 million, that is 3.4 defects only. That is called Six Sigma label. Then percentage, if you convert it, then 99.99966 or 99.997% of correction, perfection comes under the Six Sigma label. So amount of variation is too much between sigma 0 to 2 level. How to produce output within customer specification. Moderate variation, most output meets customer specification. Value, middle, 3 sigma to 5 sigma. Very little amount of variation. Amount of variation is very little because as you say, 99.9997% is the percentage of the perfection in the product or the process. Virtually all output meets customer specification. So sigma value is high, that is called 6. That is why it is called 6 sigma. Let's understand what is 6 sigma. Every human activity has a variability. Why 6 sigma? Can we make zero defect? Is it possible? Yes, zero defect may be possible for some time, but maintaining zero defect all time is not possible because there is some variations. Same person, same machine, same equipment, same environment may produce now what today at 1 o'clock. Zero defect, 100% perfect products, zero defect, defect-free production lot. But just after 1 hour, by 2 p.m., not necessarily it will produce those same machine, same material, same method, same environment, same operator. It may not produce. Why? Because there are some variation. There is some factor, there are some variable attributes. What are those? It could be the mind of the operator. Mind is just now stable. Operator may be disturbed by getting some shocking news, may be overwhelmed or overexcited by getting some good news from his family or the colleagues or the friends. That will also really affect in its process while he is delivering. Machine is nothing, is assembly, is a lot of activity, lot of program. Maybe that may be some variation in the program, software or hardware. Environment, ambience. So there could be a lot of unavoidable variable factors. So that is why making a zero defect consistently all time is not possible. If not, but that should be a minimum amount of percentage of variation. At least it should be 6 sigma level. We can take in the process into the confidence level. So percentage of the defects or variation are as low as possible, right? That is the least possible defects. That is what the 6 sigma. When you look at this normal distribution curve, you understand, or the bell curve. This is the target. This is the center line. And here this side 3 sigma customer specification. Maybe the boundary is defined this and this. There could be upper limit, there could be lower limit. Any amount of product which is manufactured, it should be within this 3 sigma this side, this 3 sigma this side, so that the product remains within 6 sigma. Closer to the center line, higher the accuracy. Away from the center line toward the boundary, lower the accuracy, but remains within acceptable limits. Anything beyond this boundary line is known as the defects, right? Now, let's take an example. Suppose we are having a garage. This is a garage. This is one boundary wall. This is a fencing which has been done here. And we have to park the car. While you are parking, suppose we have to ensure that should be equal distance is maintained from both the walls, right? But does it happen practically? Whatever may be perfect driver you are, maybe 30 years experience, 50 years experience, it won't happen all time. Every time it is difficult, it is hard to align the center line of the car onto the center line of the garage. There will be some variation. Sometimes when it goes extreme to this side or extreme to this side, right? So, but this is within limit, but this can be parked somewhere. If it goes beyond, it will cause accident. The vehicle will be damaged. So what is happening? Any deviation from its mark, center line, perfection, alignment of the center line of the car during the parking, alignment of the center line of the car and the garage may happen sometime. But if you take more precaution, maybe there are not much of the variation between this boundary line and this boundary line. You will find there will be minimum variation. For that is what we have to ensure within degree of your boundary line. Then anything goes boundary line, goes beyond the specification, beyond the customer specification, beyond the defined boundary, then that is called defect. That is not acceptable, right? So this is what 6 sigma concept. A 3 sigma process become 3 standard deviations. This side, left side and right side. This target, this is the customer specification. Sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3. Similarly, this side, sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3. So sigma 3 this side, sigma 3 this side. This is the center line. This could be cut upper limit, this could lower limit. This is the boundary. And the product which are manufactured or the process what we are doing for the service must remain within this 6 sigma level. means 90, then when that 3.4 DPMO, 3.4 defects per million opportunities. In 1 million of opportunities, there must be 3.4 defects maximum acceptable. Anything more than it will affect. And if closer, this variation, if we closer to this means higher the customer satisfaction, because this is more accurate, more precise in nature. So what is wrong with the 99% quality? Why we are not saying 99% even not perfect, not satisfactory to the process excellence or business excellence model? 99% is coming as in a calculated statistical is 3.8 sigma, whereas 6 sigma is 99.99966 or 99.7%. Now let's look at the figures. If 20,000 articles of a mail, this is a world-class statistics. 20,000 articles of mail lost per hour. In 1 hour, if 20,000 articles are lost, then this is at 99% good, 3.8 sigma. But when this same is shifted to the 6 sigma implemented methodology, our output 99.997%, 7 articles instead of 20,000, there will only 7 articles of the mail lost per hour. Means there is a breakthrough improvement because of the 6 sigma intervention. Unsafe drinking water for the almost 15 minutes each day. Here, unsafe drinking water for 1 minute every 7 months. So you can find the gap between the percentage of the variation in 99% and 6 sigma, 100% or 99.996. So 6 sigma is a more powerful methodology improvement tool, which is almost very close to the zero defect. That is why it is more popular management methodology or technique. 5,000 incorrect surgical operations per week. 5,000 incorrect surgical operations per week. Like the operation by the doctor is not done correctly, not proper, it is not right. Where 6 sigma, if in the hospital adopt the 6 sigma, there will be 1.7 incorrect surgical, less than 2 in surgical operations per week. You can see 99%, 100%, 3.99%, 99% 5,000 incorrect surgical operations. But if 6 sigma is adopted, 6 sigma is adhered, 6 sigma is followed, there are only 1.7 incorrect surgical operation. Breakthrough 5,000 to 1.7. 2 shorter long landings at most major airports in each day. So the aircraft landing or take up, there is short landing. 2 short or long landings at most major airports in each day. But in wherever 6 sigma is applied, if in the airport, then there will be 1 short or long landing at most major airports every 5 years. You can see the kind of change, variation. 2 lakh wrong drug prescription dispense each year. 99% agar correction made, 2 lakh wrong drug prescriptions by the doctors. Here only 68 wrong drug prescription, from 2 lakhs to 68. You can see what a great improvement. This is called 6 sigma. If it is applied, this will come down from 2 lakhs to variation to 68 only. That is called process variation control. You can the power of the 6 sigma. So why 6 sigma is metric? Focus on the defects. Even 1 defect reflects a failure in your customer's eye. Because customer always wants 0 defects. Establish a common metric to make comparison easier. Because of the metrics, it makes a comparison easier. That is what are the things we have, the examples what we discussed. You can find what a large gap because of the metrical representation by the metric is more sensitive indicator than the percent of the overage based metrics. 6 sigma label a process operating with a defects label less than 3.4 defects per million opportunity is called 6 sigma label process. So 6 sigma label process means a process label operating at the defect label less than 3.4 is known as the 6 sigma label process. What is that? Less than 3.4 DPMO, less than 3.4 defects per million opportunities. Common defect label are between 1,50,000 to 20 lakh defects per million opportunities, or 15% to 2% per opportunity. So 6 sigma is a maturity model. What is that? It is a metric, methodology, management system. It has maturity with respect to the business impact. It has a higher is the maturity, it will the higher is the impact on the business, on the growth. This is the metric. You can see 2 sigma, 3 sigma, 4 sigma, 5, 6, 7 sigma. Here the value is 2 sigma is this 3,10,000. Here 66,810. 4 sigma is 6,210 defects. 5,000 is 233. 6 sigma is 3.4. 7 sigma is 0.02. 7 sigma is more closer to the zero defect, but achieving 7 sigma becomes really challenging. So 3.6 sigma, 6 sigma, 3.4 DPM is the acceptable limit worldwide based on the different statistical study, resource analysis. So this much DPO can be processed, can be managed. So what is the 6 sigma methodology? This is called define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. These are the different stages of the methodology to understand 6 sigma methodology. While you are implementing, while you are adopting 6 sigma, while you are undertaking a project for the 6 sigma improvement, these are methods. Define the problem, what is your goal, measure what is the current performance, what is the defect rate, analyze what are the sources of the process variation, what are the root causes of the defects, improve what do we change in the process, how do we verify our changes will improve the process, are the improvements to the process consistent over time, how do we maintain the improvement into the future. Define, measure, analyze, control, improve, and control. Define, measure, analyze, improve, control. This is a methodology, 6 sigma methodology. So this is a roadmap. Management system when to derive business results. As you let the data, drill down again the find of the X, as you are mentioning. So start the strategy goal that big. Why is the goal? Why you want to achieve, right? F is the function of series of X1, X2, X3, Xn. Y is the result. Y is the output or the goal. Then what is happening? F function of series of X1, X2, and different F1, F2, F3 are the function of X1, X2, X3, X4. So this control has to be done. The process variation has to be done. X1 to the Xn level. So function of the control of this, if it is become 1, then Y will be, the value of Y will be at 6 sigma level or the higher level. So we have to look at every microprocess level. Where should we focus? Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMIC, the chapter what was showing, measure Y, process characteristics. Here the process, problems and symptoms, process output, response variables. This Y means response variable. Here process optimization, analyze, improve, and control. These 3 techniques, these 3 parameters upon the process optimization, it focuses on independent variables, X, X1, X2, X3, like this. All independent variables. Here, Y is the response variable. Then process input. What are the process input? That has to be controlled. The vital few determinants. What are the determinants? What are the root causes? Mathematical relationship. This has to define that way. So ultimately goal Y will be F function X, whole of the function of the X. So X1, X3, L needs to control. So Y is the response variable. X is the functional independent variables of the different activities. So 6 sigma and re-engineering. 6 sigma is the most powerful management tool ever devised, promising increased market share, cost reduction, dramatic improvement in productivity and profitability, and moreover customer satisfaction. 6 sigma work culture has become the proven methodology and strategy initiative by world-class organization like Motorola, GE, Honeywell, Polaroid, Wipro, Dabawala, Mumbai. Okay, this is very interesting. You might have heard the Mumbai Dabawala. They are 6 sigma level of operation. You know, the Mumbai Dabawala, they take the order and supply the tiffins to thousands of people in and around the Mumbai. So they apply in the right time, right quality, without any damage, without any violation, without any process deviation. And you know, many of the people in the Mumbai Dabawala team, they are not qualified, but they have adhered a system. They have all commitment. Yes, we will do it good. Then they are at the 6 sigma operational level. You can imagine. So does not necessary. What is necessary 6 sigma? It needs a commitment. It needs engagement of the people. People must be passionate. Only if you do it, otherwise it does not require only high education qualification. If you have that commitment, automatically things will be aligned and you will do the best. So among the elements of the 6 sigma are focus on the quality, cooperation with the suppliers and the customers, continual improvement, elimination of the wasteful steps, empower employees and create conducive climate, use problem solving, problem prevention cycle, and use measurement to the support decisions. These are the different Six Sigma and re-engineering principles. How to focus, why to focus, how this will benefit to us. So in this way, this is what the brief about the TQM Lean Sigma. Almost 1.5 hours we have covered. Thank you for patient hearing. This is a very vast subject. Maybe it requires really more exhaustive classroom-based training, discussion, interaction-based training, whether in virtual mode or physical mode. Then will be possible. If suppose they interested, many of the students, those who are interested, we are conducting various time. This is my green belt program, TQM program. You can join online or you can join physically and to have more knowledge and understanding so that you will be in the front line of the organization. Organize this Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma certification, either green belt or black belt, or having a good understanding will be a very good value adding feather to your cap. You will be always recognized and appreciated and given wattage by your employer. Career perspective. If you are doing your own business, also you can apply. There is a lot of scope and opportunity here. So with this, I conclude my talk here. Any question, any discussion? You maybe a couple of questions, maybe come next within 5 minutes. We can take. Now I hand over to Mr. Mahanti.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for nice presentation. So I hope all the students who are listening from offline mode, so might have they have got some knowledge regarding this Lean and Six Sigma. So thank you very much again, sir, for your time spared and given some knowledge regarding this particular quality control tool, which is actually required and which is a demand of nowadays. So thank you very much. So thank you, my dear student, for patience hearing. Thank you. Thank you all.
So thank you, Namaskar.
Thank you, sir.